In 2021, YouTuber Matt Fields spent the night in a dark cave in the middle of nowhere in Australia after his friend told him about a creepy experience he had there and dared him to stay overnight alone. Matt's channel is more extreme than other outdoor exploration channels, often featuring him in remote locations for days living off the land. In this video, Matt mentions he didn't bring any water, hoping to find some in the cave. After walking for about 4 hours, he finds the cave and climbs down a man-made ladder. Exploring deeper, he crawls into various holes to see where they lead. He soon hears rocks falling near the entrance and the sound of an animal walking around. He mentions feeling watched, and things get more disturbing around 11 p.m. when he starts eating his baked beans for dinner.
That is beautiful. Baked beans in a haunted cave. Oh my fucking God. That was the sound. That is the sound. Did you hear that? Look at my arms. I got full goosebumps. It's the chains moving when I climb down the ladder. It's a big, heavy, thick chain. Wind can't move that. Holy shit.
When Matt recorded this video, it wasn't windy at all. The fact that the chain is moving means there is someone or something down there with him.
That chain moved just then. It is 100% now. I heard it before. I'm 100% certain it's the chain that I walked in, that you climbed down into this cave on. It's moving. Now, you can't move that chain with wind. It's way too heavy. There is no wind coming in here. There's no wind even for... Holy shit. Oh my fucking God. Look. You must have heard that just then. Look at my arms, dude. Oh, this is fucked. Okay. Well, I've got my backpack back on and I'm booting on out of here. I just heard a sound. It's not normal. It's definitely not a normal sound, and I'm scared shitless. I'm not gonna lie. It's probably about 2 hours, 2.5 hours after I checked in with you guys, so it would be around 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning, and that sound was not normal. I'm getting out of here.
After the creepy noises stop, he changes his mind about leaving the cave and decides to spend the rest of the night near the entrance. A couple of hours later, he hears hissing sounds that seem like human voices, but after searching the cave, he can't find anything making the noises. The worst thing that could have happened to Matt, aside from encountering big animals, would be meeting a hostile squatter living in the cave, though it's unclear why anyone would want to live there. Fortunately, he left the cave safely as soon as the sun rose and never went back. Gary and Amika are a dad and daughter from Scotland who make fun videos about their trips around Europe in their camper van. Usually, their videos are happy and fun, but in one video, things got spooky. This happened in March 2023 when they were exploring Tensmere Forest in North Fife, Scotland. While they were walking, Amika heard strange voices nearby. They searched and found something creepy.
We just stopped and had a look in these woods. Look at how scary that is. Put the torch on. Here's even one on the ladders.
Oh, there's someone lying on the ground. Without
falling over. Look at the one on the ladders going up the tree.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's creepy.
What about the washing line over there to the left? Yeah, there. Keep it there. That is weird, isn't it?
There's one over there that isn't actually a person. There's a doggy there.
Besides finding lots of spooky mannequins dressed up in costumes, they stumbled upon some creepy paintings hanging outside a small cabin deep in the woods. I looked into it and found other channels showing the same weird cabin. It seems like the mannequins and paintings were put there around 2021, but nobody knows why. Whoever did it really wanted to give people the creeps. As Gary and Amika were leaving, a car came their way, giving Gary the chills. Luckily, they made it back to their van without crossing paths with the car. There haven't been any updates on this creepy discovery since the video was posted. In this video, a group of friends is camping around a cozy fire and having a great time. They have no idea that something terrifying is about to happen.
Look at those chicken and biscuits you got.
One of the girls leaves, and after a while, someone notices she's been gone for a long time.
Alexis has been gone for so freaking long trying to actually poop.
One of the guys starts to worry about her.
No. Can a couple of people just come with me just to make sure we're good?
A few of the guys go out to look for her. As they begin their search, they hear a creepy scream in the distance.
Alexis? Shit. Alexis? Alexis?
They head toward the scream. Then they come across a strange, creepy stick structure. They drop the camera when they see what looks like a six-legged creature inside the stick structure. It's really scary and not something I want to see while camping. In April 2019, a YouTuber named Jason uploaded a video on his channel, Appy Mountain Trekkers, showing his solo overnight trip to the mountains. His channel focuses on outdoor activities like hiking, camping, and survival. In this video, his hike to the mountain was uneventful. Once he reached the campsite, he set up his tent and showed viewers how to start a fire as the sun set. While waiting for the day to end, he tried carving a spoon and heard a strange sound from the top of a mountain. He dismissed it as a bird or small animal and continued his setup. Around 9 p.m., he turned off his camera to sleep, but woke up less than an hour later to an unusual, guttural animal call. The sound was distant, and he couldn't identify it.
I'm still rattled. I've never heard anything like that in my life. It sounded like a mix between almost like a pig, some kind of, I hate to even say it, but a pig, an ape, and the calls almost sounded like how the velociraptors communicate with each other on Jurassic Park. I've never heard anything like that in my life.
Still shaken from being startled awake, he tries to go back to sleep. However, around 1 a.m., he wakes up again to the sound of something or someone circling his tent.
Whatever it is, it's close. You hear that? Whatever it is, it sounded like there was 2 or 3 of them, and it started on the other side of my camp, went around my perimeter.
If you look closely at the bottom left corner of the screen, you can see the reflection of what looks like 1 or 2 sets of eyes as he moves his flashlight over them. Many animals have eyes that reflect light at night, but the bright white color suggests they could be wolves or coyotes. While dogs' eyes can also reflect white, it's unlikely a dog would be wandering the mountains at 1 a.m. Coyote and wolf attacks on humans are rare since they usually avoid people, but they can become aggressive if they feel threatened, especially if they have pups nearby. This could have put Jason in serious danger, but he doesn't seem to notice the eyes watching him as he scans the area with his flashlight. Fortunately, he went back to his tent and slept safely through the night. The next morning, he recorded an update for his viewers but didn't mention the eyes, suggesting he never noticed them. After this video, there were no further updates about the incident. Many campers worry more about bumping into sketchy people than angry animals, and this video shows why. Love Sundays is a channel run by a guy named Sean who shares videos of his solo camping trips in the UK. In one video from September 2022, he talks about what happened when he camped on a roadside in Cornwall. Technically, he wasn't supposed to camp there because of parking rules, so he tried to be sneaky about it. Before sunset, he quietly cooked dinner in his van to avoid attracting attention. Around 9 p.m., he turned off his lights and hit the hay. Things seemed okay until around 2 a.m. when something spooky happened.
just heard something outside. Okay, I think they've gone. They literally tried to get in the van. It wasn't just a knocking, they were trying the handle.
It's not unusual for solo campers to be asked to move in the middle of the night, especially if they're parked where they shouldn't be. But in this case, it's doubtful it was a cop or someone with authority, as they usually knock and announce themselves first. They wouldn't just try to open a van door without warning. It's more likely someone was trying to break in. Thankfully, they gave up quickly, and Sean wasn't bothered again. These situations can be scary, but Sean woke up unharmed the next morning and continued on his journey. Roadie is a channel about off-the-grid living, where the uploader shares videos about living out of his truck and traveling around the country. The videos usually focus on the beauty of nature and independent living. However, this video from December 2017 is more disturbing. Roadie uploaded footage of an incident from earlier that year while he was car camping in a parking lot. Around 1:30 a.m., a hooded man started walking around his truck, taking pictures of the license plates. The back of the truck, where Roadie was sleeping, was pitch black, so the man likely didn't see him and continued to walk around suspiciously for several minutes, unaware he was being recorded. Eventually, the man tried to shine a flashlight inside, prompting Roadie to take action and reveal his presence to protect himself. Immediately after the uploader bangs his fist on the inside of the truck, the suspicious man runs away. It's unclear what he planned to do, but it likely wasn't anything good and might have been a carjacking. Fortunately, the uploader got away safely and spent the night elsewhere. Back in 2018, a YouTuber named John shared a video on his channel, Lost Lakes. He usually talks about his camping trips in Canada's wild areas. This particular video was filmed around 3:30 in the morning in a secluded spot west of Chapelot, Ontario. John mentioned there was no cell phone service there.
Well, I am living every solo camper's nightmare right now. There appears to be an animal of some kind pacing around my tent. It's the middle of the night. And then around 3:30, I started to hear this pacing sound. And 45 minutes later, it's still just pacing around out there.
Considering he was camping in a remote spot in the world's black bear hub, it's highly likely there was a bear or some other big critter lurking outside his tent. While bear attacks on campers are rare, they can happen. Other animals like moose or wildcats might also be a threat if they feel scared or provoked. In such cases, a flimsy tent won't do much against a hefty animal. Usually, it's more common for people to bother campers than animals, but the footsteps John heard didn't seem human. To stay safe, John shows his viewers the gear he brought along, like a hatchet, bear spray, and an air horn. Towards the end of the video, he mentions his car's close by, but he can't find the keys. They're probably in the car. Fortunately, he slept through the night without any trouble. He never figured out what was lurking around his tent that night.